What's up, you guys? So today is kind of a rough day for me because something kind of happened this morning that I didn't really have time to do too much with, but now I'm having to ride around in this bad boy for probably the next few days, few weeks. Some of you guys already know that I've actually had my truck hit before in a hit and run, which, you know, kind of sucked, but at least I still had my truck at the end of it. That kind of gives you a little hint of what has happened to me today, as though, because I do not have a vehicle anymore. So let's kind of do a little recap, or long story short, my truck got stolen. You probably know by the title. So yeah, kind of sucks. So basically, let me kind of walk you through my experience of having my vehicle stolen. Was I got up this morning to kind of just head out for the day and stuff. It's about 6:30. I woke up and I was actually out the door by about 6:45. So at about 6:45, I roll out. At least I try to roll out. At least I get to the parking lot in my new apartments I just kind of moved to, and my truck's not there. And I'm like, man, this is kind of weird, because the way my apartment is, I've been parking on one side of the building, and lately that side's been getting kind of packed up. So sometimes I'll park on the opposite side, and I'm like, man, maybe I just came down the wrong way. I got home a little late last night, and maybe my truck's on the other side. So I go check the other side, and it's not there. So I've kind of had this happen before where I was like, man, you know, where's my truck? But at my other apartments, because my garage is way on the opposite side of the property, and I had left my truck parked in front of the garage because I was supposed to go back to it that night, but I didn't. I ended up just staying at the apartment. And when I went back in the morning, my truck was right there in the parking spot, right in front of the garage. So nothing crazy, pretty simple. But this apartment, I don't have a garage at, so my truck would only be on one of two sides of the building, and it's not there. And it hit me, somebody stole my truck. I mean, most people would be mad, and I am a little upset. Not necessarily so much that they stole my truck, but more along the lines of, like, I was supposed to be heading out of town today, back to McAllen. I'm in Houston, and it really ruined my week. Like, come on, dude. Like if it would have happened, you know, any other day, or let's say over there, and I was gonna be in town for like 2-3 weeks or whatever, or even over here, and I was gonna be in town for 2 or 3 weeks, maybe even a month. Like, all right, it's not as bad, but like, you catch me the day that I'm supposed to be leaving, it kind of ruins my week. You know what I mean? Anyway, so call 911 because of the whole, you know, thing going on right now. They don't bring out a police officer to do an actual report. They do a phone report, which is cool, I guess. But yeah, it really sucks. So I went down to my management at the apartment complex, let them know, hey, my vehicle was stolen. Come to find out, somebody's rims in the same apartment was also stolen, which they believe they stole my truck to steal those rims, and then just left with both, which is, you know, it's kind of smart, but it also kind of sucks, because it's like, it's my truck, you know? Anyway, I had actually got an email alarm at 1:06 in the morning, and my alarm basically said, hey, your vehicle is possibly being stolen right now. Cool. Not that big of a deal, I guess, right? But then it also says, we do not contact the police. So if you feel that your vehicle is being stolen at 1:06 in the morning, please contact your local police department. How am I supposed to contact my local police department at 1:06 in the morning when I am dead asleep, out cold? I am not a light sleeper. I'm a very heavy sleeper. Anybody who knows me probably knows that. When I'm out, I'm out. So at 1:06 in the morning, you mean to tell me we're going to give you an alarm that your vehicle is being stolen, but we're not going to contact the local police department just in case you might be asleep at 1 in the morning? Granted, I've left my apartments at 1 in the morning before, going out, doing different things. It's cool. Not on a Tuesday, maybe on a Friday, a Saturday, maybe I come into town really late on a Friday at 1 in the morning. I'm getting in. Yeah, cool. Okay. But why on a Tuesday at 1 in the morning? And even then, every other time that I've gotten in my truck, I've never gotten an email saying, hey, there's a theft that might be occurring. You would think that they would call the police, or at least inform something of somebody of something. Give me a call. Shoot me a text. I didn't actually read that email until like 4 hours after I was awake. I get it. Some people are very good at checking their emails, and you're probably like, hey, Vinny, you should have checked your emails. And you know what? You're probably right. I should check my emails. But for something that urgent, why not call me? It just makes sense. Give me a call. Sir, Mr. Lopez, I'm so sorry to be bothering you at 1 in the morning, but we believe that your vehicle is possibly being stolen. Would you like us to call the police for you? I would have gladly said, of course, please call 911. I'm going to go downstairs and take a look. Didn't get that opportunity. Oh well, the truck has been gone. With that being said, come to find out, Chevys are fairly easy to break into and fairly easy to disable the GPS on it. So, as far as OnStar is concerned, they cannot ping my vehicle's location. Come on, guy. You gonna go? No? Okay. As far as OnStar is concerned, my vehicle is no longer not giving a ping back to their servers or whatever they're using to track down my vehicle. Alright, that's cool, I guess. Some of these things could have been prevented and could have been better. I don't necessarily want them constantly tracking my vehicle, right? But in this instance of where, hey, the keys are not present in the vehicle, the truck was locked, but the door was still forcibly opened, hey, maybe we should kind of contact the owner just to be sure that his vehicle's not being stolen. So now I'm in this lovely Toyota Camry as a rental. And it's actually pretty nice though, I'm not even gonna lie. The biggest deal that sucks for me is I had a video planned to do for the truck on some new Toyo Ridge Grapplers that I just put on the truck. I had just put about 1,000 miles on them. I wanted to make sure I gave like a good 1,000, maybe 5,000 mile review on them, just to make sure that they're a good tire, solid tire, which for the 1,000 miles that I was able to own them, they were actually very good tires. I would highly recommend. But I no longer have those tires to be able to do that review with. And I also wanted to do a long-term review to say, hey, how many miles could you actually get out of these tires that have about, I think they have like a 45,000 mile warranty or something like that, or defective warranty. They don't even have a mileage warranty. But, have you guys having your truck stolen? No? Maybe not. If you have, let me know in the comments. But so far, I have made a police report. I have notified my insurance. I've also notified my renter's insurance, which they're being a little difficult about, figuring some stuff out, which is kind of cool. And they're kind of being a pain in the butts. So kind of got to deal with that. Now, knowing how Chevys are and how they get stolen fairly frequently, and kind of the condition of what happens to them once they're recovered, I feel like my vehicle is probably going to be found as a cab and frame. Maybe even less than that. Maybe a little more. I don't know. I know they tend to strip those trucks down pretty good, and from what I've seen online, they're very fast at doing it. So Right now, it's been a few hours, so it's probably in pieces already. But they did run up my easy tag, which is kind of cool. Which also too, I don't understand that the easy tag was ran up after I reported the vehicle stolen, but yet the police department couldn't see or couldn't contact with easy tag or the beltway or the tollway to be able to say, hey, this license plate's running through, this license plate's actually stolen, let's try to figure out what's going on with this. But they don't. One moment. So, for a lot of people, I might seem pretty calm after getting my truck stolen, which is pretty surprising of me because I'm usually a little bit more on the aggressive, 0 to 100 kind of person. At least I try not to be, but I know how I am. And a lot of my family members are like, man, I'm so mad. I would have been so mad. I'm mad for you. Why aren't you that mad? And this and that. And I'm like, well, to be honest, I have insurance. I mean, paying the deductible is going to suck. But, I have insurance. They're going to take care of it for the most part, hopefully, I'm pretty sure. I'm going to be able to get another vehicle for the most part. Dang, guy, you have no patience. This guy tried to cut me off in the middle of an intersection, even though we're going the same way, because he has no patience. That's just ridiculous. Anyway, I'm thinking that maybe I'm hoping that this is probably a blessing in disguise, Maybe that vehicle, maybe it's time for a change, maybe something along those lines. That's where I'm kind of going with it. I'm trying to stay on the positive side. Because vehicles can be replaced. It sucks that it happened. It sucked. The timing sucked. Because, like I said, I was supposed to be leaving out of town, but I can't do that now. So, the timing sucked. The situation sucks. But, reviewing the footage, it looked that it had to be possibly 6, maybe more people there in the process of stealing the vehicle. So, I'm really glad that it wasn't forcibly taken from me in the fact where I could have been injured. I could have possibly even been dead if these people really wanted this truck that bad. Or even just seen me and thought I would have been a witness and tried to beat me up or something, which, also would not be a cool situation. So I'm trying to stay on the bright side. I did actually have plans on either trading that truck in or selling it or something anyway. So it's not an overly different path of what I thought for that truck. I just wasn't thinking of doing it just yet. That was probably going to be something for the end of next year of 2021. That would have been probably when I'd be getting another vehicle. But it looks like I'm getting one about a year sooner, which is kind of cool, I guess. So yeah, if you guys have ever had a truck stolen, if you've ever dealt with anything like this before, if you have any tips of talking with the insurances, because they're kind of giving me, my renter's insurance is giving me a hard time about covering my items that were stolen out of the vehicle, which kind of sucks. But things do happen, things are stolen, and yeah, we just kind of got to see how things go. If you guys have any tips, any tricks, or I don't want to say tricks because I'm not trying to trick nobody, but if you guys have any tips on talking with the dealer, talking with the insurances, talking with making sure that I'm not getting screwed over in the end, because the adjusters, their job is to save as much money for the insurance as they possibly can, not necessarily so much look out for you, the consumer, or you, the customer, his best interest. So if you guys have any tips, any tricks, anything you can kind of advice, right? That'd probably be the best word for it, advice on what to do in this situation. And if you guys have ever been, if you haven't been in the situation, or if you're going through the situation, I'm gonna continue kind of posting, letting people know what's going on, how things are going, so that way you guys can see what is going on and what the process might be. It might be different for you because of your state or because of your insurance or how they stole the vehicle. That might be some differences for you, but I at least share my experience, and hopefully it can help somebody out. And if all else fails, you get to hear me rant about how they stole my truck, and I'm fighting with insurances and stuff to try to get one. And also, hopefully, we can get to a very nice, happy resolve, and I get to show you guys whatever my new vehicle is, because I am gonna need a vehicle. I can't hold on to this rental forever. If you guys, I don't know if I'm gonna go back with a truck or possibly even a car. I've been wanting a car for a while, and I really don't use my truck as often anymore, at least as often as I usually do. So a car might not be a bad idea. Anyway, I hope you guys liked the video. Thank you for listening to me just kind of talk. I know it probably wasn't the most entertaining video, but thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys have a nice one. Y'all be safe. If you have a Chevy or a Silverado, well, the same thing. If you have a Silverado or a Sierra or even a Ford, because those are also stolen a lot too, don't leave stuff in your truck. Just don't do it. Peace.